complacency in love. Can you be in love and get complacent? And this is something she wanted to discuss. I've never been in love. I don't understand love. I'm not so much of a believer in love. Most people, after so-called going through love, say fuck love. So I've not understood it. And if you truly love someone, why would you get complacent? So please, fill me in like Craig David would say.
Well, if you truly love someone, why would you get complacent? Well, I think the root of that problem these days is a lot of people feel entitled to that they just deserve love. They deserve to wake up and be spoiled with this, that, and the other, and they have nothing to offer to their significant other. And so they get complacent in the relationship. They stop putting in the effort, but they want all of these things. And women too. Like you can't, like he stated in another podcast, don't have all these expectations if you're not willing to give those or meet those yourselves. And that's just unrealistic. And I think in love, it's a constant. I mean, it's not easy, you know, but it's very rewarding when it's done the right way, when two people come together and they put the effort in and day out, and they make it worthwhile. But as far as complacency goes, I think it's a constant, you have to constantly work at it, you know, constantly be invested in your relationship. Don't think just because you got the guy or you got the girl that everything, you know, you got to continue to work, how to continue to do the things you did to get the girl or the guy, you know?
So there's no prize in acquiring the bozo you chose. The prize is in building a life that you want to see together, to grow together.
Right.
That's I think when people get it confused too, like, oh, I got him, but can you keep
what
him?
now? Right.
How do you keep a man?
Well, I think there's a lot of things, but I think ultimately, stop all of it. You are distracting. How to keep a man, I think, well, first off, building a strong foundation in the beginning, and, you know, like we talked about in Sex and Expectations, waiting to get to know the individual first. Like, I think that the connection should be so strong, you know, that person, whoever you choose to love, should be, you know, like your soulmate. Like you should be, you go to them with, you know, you can trust them with anything. And just, I think how to keep your man, I think, that's hard for me to speak on because I just do as I don't know.
Well,
I've never had problems.
Motherfuckers some advice. Hold on. You said you never had a problem. What happened to the niggas you was with then?
Well, they didn't deserve me. So
Then why did you get it then?
Well, I was young. I mean, I didn't know my worth the way I do now.
Oh, so she has more worth now. She know how to keep them, but I was keeping in mind.
But now I'm so selective. Like I'd rather just be by myself than with most of these people.
Alone. Listen. Tell them, give them some secrets then. Tell them the secret to keeping the nigga at home.
Well, okay.
And McDonald's sauce, Thousand Island.
Okay, so I think stop. We're gonna have to edit this.
You gotta edit it. Just keep there. There's times that look make sense of it. Ladies, I'm gonna give you some thoughts here. Okay, I'm a creative soul. Period. I create. So and I'm innovative. And I'm always thinking. I've never been put in a box, so I don't even like the saying "thinking outside the box" because my brain it wouldn't fit in the box. So if somebody was like just doing, like I said, if somebody hit me with how you doing every day, or you know, babe, how was your day? I'd shoot myself. I don't want don't ask me no stupid ass question. I need to be sparked. I want somebody to set me on fire. Every time I walk through the door, they say, how do you do that? Well, it comes with purpose, from purpose. If your purpose is to do nothing but just have a motherfucker around, like there'd be real life relationship where people just be walking in and out the house, having kids, cooling, making just enough money, living whatever life they want to live. That's never gonna be my life. I want the whole fucking world, period. And I'm greedy. I have unrealistic expectations, and most can't even meet my mind's expectations. We're not even talking physical. Therefore, how do you keep a man? Hell, I couldn't tell you how to keep me because it's been impossible. It probably is impossible. It's just fucking impossible. But I think there are a lot of simple-minded men who would love to have, most men, especially when they have money, they want trophies. But there's no trophy in having a trophy. A trophy you put on a shelf. I need somebody who would highlight me. Like, I love to sit down and just let the boss lady talk. She'll speak for me and everybody else, you know. And then there's times where I would do the same. Some people think a man's job is to protect a woman, and it is. but your woman should be your safe haven too. She should be your protector. So I shouldn't always have to speak for her. She shouldn't always have to speak for me. But there should be moments where we should speak. We speak the same tone, so I don't feel like talking to them, babe, answer for it. You know, that's that kind of shit there. So some of y'all, I mean, most people are just too basic, man. Right. So I don't know how to tell basic people how to keep basic people.
I know. You know, you attract whatever you're ready for.
I wouldn't know even where to start because I don't have a basic thought, period.
Right.
But if you had some advice.
Well, like you said, though, I think you were going somewhere with that about mental stimulation. Like for me, it has to be much deeper than physical. And in order to enjoy the physical, that connection has to be strong between the two individuals. And, you know, just don't get complacent. I think a lot of people get complacent in...
So tell them, what does being complacent look like? Paint that picture.
Like getting in a relationship and stop, like you have no goals for yourself. Like also don't be consumed by that other person. Like just getting complacent, you stop doing things for yourself, you stop keeping up with yourself. You know, you stop doing what you did to get the person. Like if you were cooking for him every night, and now you're just like, you can get some food on the way home, or like whatever you did, you know, or if y'all did special things together, and then you just stop doing those, you're gonna lose, you know, that spark, and then, you know, it's not gonna last.
So always do what you did, and more.
And more. You should, yeah. It's gonna take more because after a while of being with each other, you know, it's gonna take more to keep each other together. Just constantly working at it.
And it all goes back to what your heart truly desires. If you just want somebody to say you got somebody, then you can get anybody for that. And if you want somebody to become the best person you can be and do whatever, have dreams, goals, whatever, then they gotta be so much more every day.
Right.
Every day. I mean, like I said, relationship, my business is not gonna change in terms of the goal. But things are going to get better, which means I have to always innovate, be creative, and stay ahead of the curve. Which means at home, you have to do the same thing too. How can we make tonight interesting? Keep her intrigued. I'm not saying her, but keep the one you choose intrigued, and so that people continue to stay happy and don't start wandering around like a dog, seeing who's going to give them the most attention. Or some attention for that matter. So, complacency in relationships. Or love. Complacency in love, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What do we miss?
Name some things that you need to be kept. You said mental stimulation, right?
Mental stimulation.
Well, just name three, your top three.
Okay. Mental stimulation. I think doing things outside of...
Let me ask you this. Do you know your love languages?
Yes. Oh, I know my love languages.
Okay, so
I'm a very touchy-feely person, so
okay.
I like quality time and physical, I like affection. And then acts of service comes lower on my list just because I do a lot for myself. So, I mean, it's nice for somebody to do something for you, but you know, that's just not my love language. Just really, I like to spend time with somebody, get to know that person on a deeper level daily. And the thing that excites me is having somebody that's constantly growing. It's like it's always exciting because they're constantly growing and improving, and you're constantly learning about them and things that they're learning about themselves and everything like that. So I think that's a big deal to me. But those are my top two. What are your love languages? You don't even know?
Did I just tell you I don't give a fuck about no love? Love to me is stupid. It's unrealistic. Now let me be clear. I love people. I love helping people. I love enlightening people. I love touching a soul and bettering one's mind, thoughts, and even most importantly, their actions. I give people the power that I have. I give people hope. And it's in plenty of videos, other videos related to the fitness side of what I do, where you see a consistency of just, he gave me hope, belief.
Now, so the question is for the beautiful woman. Now, you said you used to do things for the previous relationships that you had, the previous men that you dated, and you realized that they weren't worth your time because you knew your worth. What are some of those things that you were doing what you were saying, that was some good things to keep a
But
man.
wasn't being reciprocated.
But it wasn't being reciprocated.
That said, look, I
To
want
give,
too much
yeah,
to
to
get
give
this
other
little
people
bird.
some hope, yeah.
Right. Well, first off, loyalty. I just giving my all and them not giving their all. I was at a space in my life where, you know, relationships I don't take lightly. If you're gonna take them lightly, just don't be in one. You know, so when I'm in one, I dedicate like time and attention and energy. Like I want to be supportive to that person. I want to feel supportive. I want to make them feel loved and, you know, nurture them in a way where they can grow and hopefully they can do the same for me. So when I don't feel that or I feel neglected emotionally or I never felt neglected physically, but emotionally, I think that that's a big deal. So why is that so funny to you? Can you just be serious for 10 seconds?
Oh.
But yeah, so I think that sums up the question, right?
Yeah, it was his question, not mine.
I mean, that's good. So you're saying giving your time, but what certain acts or what certain things specifically, other than just time, were you like giving to keep a man? Or what's some healthy things to keep a man? That's basically a question, you know, asking for you to give to some women that may not know some good things to keep a man if they do have a good man, and then if they don't have a good man, you know.
Well, I think also knowing your man and feeding his appetite, whatever that is, like, and if it's mental stimulation, you know, like just be interested in and care about the things that he cares about. Like when you make effort to show, like you, like be an open ear, you know, like talk about things that they like, and then let them, you know, if there's a certain activity that he likes to do, you know, do it with him, and if there's a certain favorite food, you know, just like the little things, you know, that just keep, like, make him feel appreciated. That goes a long way with men. It really does, and a lot of women fail to do that, and sometimes just that little push, like, you know, it's just the world to them. So I think those little things are important, and also, you know, hopefully y'all have a strong enough connection to where the physical side never gets dull or, you know, like, you know, come on now, ladies. I know when I'm in love, or when I find real love or I'm in love, I want there to be no issues in the bedroom. That should be our last issue. But yeah, just I think that goes back to just strong foundation and connection too.
She said. Was there anything missing?
You got it?
Communicationally, people, is always trying to close out with some clarity. Make sure before you fall in love, you love who that person is, what they're doing, where they're going. To love someone, you must understand them. If you don't understand them, you can't be good for them, or you'll never be better for them. So, if you
understand yourself and what you want. You know,
and that's the
what do you
only way
want
to
out of life?
understand somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I said, I'm doing this book Qualified, what you get versus what you need. Some of y'all just want somebody for the time being. For the ones that want somebody forever, make sure that you guys can connect on every level, especially spiritually, mentally, because I don't even think, when you connect to someone mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we live in a world of opportunity. And in the opportunity comes risk. And if you have somebody good for you, you risk losing them, seeking what is perceived a false opportunity.
Right.
A moment of pleasure to lose the one who's at your back,
Yeah.
who didn't put some money in your pocket, put some food on your plate, who told you, babe, don't worry about it, I got you. So
Always
now,
there for you.
go figure it out. I'm going to take care of everything because I believe you. I love the meme different times. You see of Conor McGregor and his old lady, right? And it's like, some of y'all don't know. Like, y'all done made some bad investments in some boo-boo heads. And then when somebody may be trying to figure it out and get it together, you like, oh, I ain't doing that again.
Yeah.
Well, you did it to yourself. Because did you actually know that fool wasn't going to do nothing? He was talking better than he was moving. See, I'm going to talk, but I'm walking out the door while we talking, holding the camera, we're going to, whatever I'm doing, if I said it, it's already done. So, again, complacency and love if somebody's complacent in their life, if they are not speaking to wanting to raise, speaking to getting somewhere, even in their company, or speaking to nothing in their future, and there are no actions leading you down that road, now we have social media, so what we call it is a data footprint. Data footprint proves and it shows you kind of who a person is. So for me personally, someone tracking me, they went there, I post pictures with poetry that I fucking write. I do videos, I work with a lot of people, I've saved a lot of kids' life. I do all things that say, man, he's going somewhere. I hope he knows where he's going, and I do. Which is why I stay fucking moving. Or I say it at least. And I live by it, of course. So, complacency in love, don't get complacent in your life, and you'll never get complacent in love. Point blank. And hopefully the person with you adds a level of value that continues to incite progress.
And if you don't want a complacent relationship, make sure you're not complacent yourself and the partner that you're with. You can't get with someone that is doing things with their life, but you're complacent, because that also isn't good either. So you need to both be always striving to be better, always striving for greatness, always, know your purpose, always focus on what you're trying to do, and stay wanting more.
She's gonna get better, people, I promise. That's it for
I
now.
will eventually if he stops laughing when I try to talk.
This is the thing. Look, we're not gonna do this on camera. this is a wrap. T-Fit Carrigan signing off.
Bye, guys.